All right, this is Lambo's World of Sports featuring the Big Brother featuring Silent Sports Network. Million like, comment, subscribe to Total Pole Nation, Lambo's World of Sports. Get your merch at TotalPoleNation.com. Discounts, everything's affordable. Nice merch. It is great for your human being and great for your lives. All right. This game is Ohio State versus Wisconsin. Wisconsin under new head coach Luke Fickell, who came from Cincinnati. They are 5-2. It's not a surprise that they're 5-2, but they're better. Ohio State obviously is 7-0, but this is one of the matchups in the Big Ten Conference where it's not easy for Ohio State. We've seen Ohio State struggle. They struggled against a non-conference in Notre Dame. They struggled a little bit early against like Youngstown State and all this stuff. Like the offense has slow starts. They have Marvin Harrison Jr. obviously, but we'll see if Ibuka comes back this week, and Trey Henderson didn't play against Penn State as well. So we'll see if the offense can click. Now, Ohio State defense is great, but I feel like this Wisconsin offense is just a little bit different under Luke Fickell. He's trying to bring in what he did at Cincinnati with Desmond Ritter. The quarterback in Tanner Mordecai, or if I pronounced it right, he's a senior. So Waco, Texas. He only has 3 touchdowns, 3 interceptions. So I guess Wisconsin's more old school running the ball. This game, I'm going to take Ohio State in a very close one. I think Ohio State will take advantage and do what it needs to do. I'm not sleeping on Wisconsin, but we hadn't talked about them enough. Not just we as personal human beings, but just we don't know much about Wisconsin. I mean, they hadn't really been talked about. We talked about, Colorado's been the hot topic more than Wisconsin. But they're one of those quiet teams you don't want to sleep on. But I'm going to be confident in taking Ohio State. I'm confident in the defense, but the offensive line still needs work. And they need to be able to run the ball against a good Wisconsin team who has a great defensive front.
Yeah, I'm taking Ohio State here. And when you look at the numbers, it really looks like, Wisconsin's defense has showed out this year and at least improved. But then you look at their strength of schedule so far, and it just turns me off completely from what I was originally thinking. They played Buffalo, they lost to Washington State, and then they played Georgia Southern, Purdue, Rutgers, Iowa, and Illinois. None of those teams have great offenses. And so I think it kind of waters down their not waters down, but I think it sets an unrealistic expectation of what this defense is. They haven't played anybody, and when they played a team that was at least on the right note and winning games in Washington State, they lost. So like they played Iowa, they lost to them, but it was 15-6 or something like that, So like Iowa has the worst or one of the worst offenses in the country, and Wisconsin still lost to them and only scored 6 points. And I understand the Iowa defense is legit, but 6 points is ridiculous. So going against this Ohio State defense, which allows 160 through the air and 100 on the ground, I don't know how. I think it's like a 2-touchdown game Ohio State wins by. The only thing that I can see that keeps it close is that maybe the running back, in Braylon Allen, he's 16th in the country in rushing yards. He's 5.9 yards a carry, and he's got 8 touchdowns. So he's obviously the heart and soul of this offense. Like you mentioned, the quarterback Mordecai has 1,100 yards, 3 touchdowns, 3 interceptions. And while he does throw it pretty accurately, it's just, I'm sure he's throwing it accurately because he's throwing a bunch of screens and unders and stuff, it's not explosive offense. It's through the run game, which is a way to win games for sure. But I don't think it's the way to compete with Ohio State, whose offense, in my opinion, should roll over this Wisconsin defense. I think their defense is falsely good just because of their schedule. Kyle McCord has only turned the ball over once. He has 1 interception this year to 12 touchdowns, nearly 2,000 yards. And obviously Marvin Harrison Jr. is open on every play. So and he was open every play against Penn State, who has the best defense in the country. So I think they might keep it semi-competitive, but at minimum, in my eyes, this is a 14-point win for Ohio State. I just don't think the matchup is good for Wisconsin.
Right. Well, that's it for college football previews. We will be back last day tomorrow for the week since we'll both be in Blacksburg on Thursday. Tomorrow will be recruiting videos, obviously 2 teams, and then W list, and then recap of NFL. So it'll be another busy slant Wednesday, but we're getting all the content filled out since we'll be in Blacksburg. But thank you for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe to Total Pole Nation. It's the Lambo's World of Sports. NBA season's catching up, so we gotta give you some NBA content later in the future. So, adios, be safe. We will see you